Howdy y'all, welcome back to the channel and welcome to my first whipping chat. So I'm really excited. I have not been feeling well, but while we're working on our projects, I'll go ahead and share that with you then. My name is Stephsgotit, and this is the first time that I've also had the camera pointed away from me. Not that I think I'm, that glorious you have to be looking at me, but just know if I seem a little extra off edge, just because I've never done that before. So I have to keep looking back to make sure it's doing what it is supposed to be doing. So I hope you're having a great week, and I'm going to tell you what I kind of got set up here because it's a little different and a little time consuming. I bought, as you know from my unboxing, I did the get the 4 free and pay just the shipping with Diamond Art Club, and one of the ones I got was Believe in Yourself, but I got the trial size, a small one. This is, I've forgotten now what the size is, but it's, the picture itself may come out, looks like about 10 by 10 or something like that. So I've been working on that one. And then, I had mentioned in the other video about bigger being better so that you can see the details. I know that I didn't mean to imply that you couldn't get smaller ones for something with limited detail, not a lot of detail. But if you want a lot of detail, then you really do need a bigger one than the little 20 by 20 centimeters, or the little less than 12 inches, 12 by 12s. And that's what this happens to be. So you can see my little kitty. Isn't he pretty? Or she? I haven't decided yet. It's pretty. You can see all the sparkles, I hope. Yeah, it's coming along nicely. But my friend Shelly, whose YouTube channel is Shelly Patterson, who got me into diamond painting, she gave me one that she had that was a little bigger, as you can see. So this one is a bit bigger. You put the two together. This one fits right. You have, what's that, 3 inches on each side of this one. I hope you can see that. Good grief. So you can see I got to working on that one as well. And my thing is, what I'm really excited about is I'm going to do them both at the same time. I'm going to finish a section on this one, then do that same section on this side, and then work them together so that I can make comparisons in the bigger and the large one. And this one is round drills, and this one is square drills. So I was really nervous about this because not everybody likes square, I understand. So to be doing my second one in squares was, it threw me off for a little, but I was excited to tackle it. And I can already see lots of differences in just like the door. How over here the door is solid red with just a black line. But in the bigger one, and I'll get the size for this, I don't know it offhand, but the bigger one, the door has more little confetti up in here, and the back is a little more added colors and a little more detail. So I'm not sure my kitty is going to be any more clearer, but I am looking forward to it. And so I thought it would be fun to do them both at the same time, so they both finish at the same time, and then I get to do what I hope to be a really cool video on showing the difference between small and a little bigger, as well as square and rounds and squares. It'll be a cool difference for me to see, and that way I can know which one I really like better, rounds or squares, before I put in my custom orders. So for my little one, I have my kit set up in this little container, which I got from Wish for I think $1 or $2. And so all of my drills for the small one are in here, and I still have 4, 5, 6 little containers left open. And I just put these in here after I've already done that much because it just came. You know how Wish works, 30 days before you get it. And then for the bigger one, this one, I have all my drills in my trusty little organizer that Shelly gave me for my birthday, because my birthday was, oh, well, it's now April, so I guess my birthday was in March. Ooh, I got a kid with a birthday this month. Oh, okay. So I have them set up in this one. And to do my kit up for this one, Shelly, this is going to be a surprise to you because I changed them when I got home. I was searching all over the place and I couldn't get a grip. So when I got home, I pulled out my, is that focused? My Xyron machine. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know if that's focused or not. I can't see. And reprinted the key. Like, I put the key on the printer and printed it out. And then I have the DMC number and then the symbol number. And that works much better for me because when I had them numbered, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, well, there are no numbers on this key. So it was really weird for me. My mind is, I know, it's crazy, but you know, it functions 75% of the time. So they're all in here. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So pull out your current project. I'm going to, let's see, I just finished that part on this one. So for tonight, I'm going to do the round. I'm going to go back to my round and I'm going to do, as you can see, I had already started this little section. So I'm going to, and I think I actually finished this quicker than I did this because now my excitement level is really up and I got to see what they look like. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this little section here and then I'll move to this little section here on this one, and that's how I'll proceed until I'm done. And that's probably what I'll be showing on my whip and chats. And we'll put that one over there and go ahead and I opened it up, but I'm not going to do that one. I'm going to do the small one instead. So I got this nifty little box from Walmart on the way home from another city the other night. It was on sale for $2.48. Now what I did not open up and check to see was there's a piece broken off right here. So it makes the tray a little wonky, but you know, I could live with that. It's no big deal. So let's get out the essentials. And this is my pen. Check it out. It's my drill pen that I made following the duct tape pen, flower pen instructions from, oh my gosh, I can't think of her name. Y'all know I'm so forgetful. I'm so sorry. I told you this might only work 75% of the time. And even then I'm questioning it. Oh, is it? Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I can't think of it. It's so many names, y'all. Well, first of all, I've been sick for this last week. And I did my Zumba class Monday night. And then I came home. I'm going to turn this into a drill pen. That's why I have it in here. I guess I should have a regular pen in here also. So anyway, I came home and, oh, I'm all over the place, aren't I? Okay, back to this first. I followed the instructions of, I can see her chat as clear as day in my mind, but I can't, I'll put it somewhere. I'll put her name here. And I followed her directions and I made my own little duct tape flower pen. I hope you can see it. I took the blue, yes, the blue drill pen that originally came in my kit and got my my red and silver and then my little flower duct tape. Girl, I had some problems. Or girl and guys, boys and girls, I had issues. I don't know if it was this duct tape because I originally bought it for a craft show and I was making little duct tape Ziploc bags. And so, I don't know, it's not that old, but anyway, I also had some clear duct tape, thankfully, and I was able to put that in to help me get this to where I needed it to be. But isn't it darling? Isn't that cute? Yay. And so yeah, there you go. That's what I'm using until I find one that I want to buy. Now back to this week. I was sick. Like I said, I came home and I was as sick as a dog. I'm going to pull this closer and hope that doesn't affect your view. I need this grinder. I just bought it. This is before I learned about Archer's grinders. But I got this one from Amazon. Blessedly, it doesn't have a marijuana leaf on it because I had heard that one had a marijuana leaf on it. Because the ones in the square kit she gave me, like one color in particularly is 413, I think it is so stuck together. So I got tired of, it was hurting my hand to kind of squeeze it out. So okay, focus, Stephanie, stay on one topic. Okay. About my pen too, is I put not one of these squishies, but I had some of the jelly squishies that I used to put on my crochet hooks before my daughter gave me my nice cushiony crochet hooks. And so I put one of those on here before I start taping it down here, and then I put some clear tape on it to kind of keep it in place, and then I put the green tape around it and more clear tape so that I had a softness in there to work with. Okay, there. Okay, slow down, breathe. All right, we are going to go with C. That looks easy. 3799. So I was sick, came home, and got into the bed, and I stayed there until tonight. And the only reason I got out of bed tonight is because I had already committed to subbing for someone, for the other instructor. I had already committed to sub. Okay, I don't know where this stopped. Somebody please explain. Well, here. Okay, I don't know why I looked back or looked over and the camera said it had temporarily stopped recording. That was at 12 minutes and something. So I don't know if it's going to do that every 12 minutes. So please know that I did do this in an hour straight through yapping. And if there's some lack in conversation, it's because I forgot to look around and make sure this stupid thing, well, it's not stupid, it costs a little, that it's, I don't know why it's doing it. I tried to go through the settings right quick and I couldn't figure it out. It probably would help if I had read the manual, but I've had the camera for so long. Yeah. All right, so I have to take my glasses off to see my drills. All right, so I think I was talking about being sick and coming home, and you know, is it bad that I'm just starting to drill and I'm already 12 minutes in? Sorry about that, guys, but it's my first one. Cut me a little slack, please. That's gonna drive me crazy, that switch being right there. I got this stand because I like to, I have back issues sometimes, and I don't like to lean over for an extended period of time. So that's why I have this stand sitting up. It works better for me, and I'm just gonna have to probably move this before that light drives you crazy. Okay, so again, I don't know how much you got out of that conversation, but I was sick, so came home, went to bed, been in bed tonight, promised to sub for someone today. I'm just fast forwarding. Hopefully you got enough of that that it makes sense to you. Welcome to my wacky brain and technical difficulties with the camera. But I got home. Oh, that's a lie. Alrighty. Stayed in bed. It's funny. I suffer from migraines. And I really thought I had the flu when I first came home because I just felt like crap. And, but I later started getting some of the symptoms I get when I had migraines, which was not fun. But the killer part about it was, to this day, there's still been no pain in this feeling. It was just nauseated, and every time I sat up, my head would spin. And I don't know if you have these effects, if you've had migraines, but for me, I get the effect where I could, as I'm laying down, I could turn my head to my right, and then it feels like my brain is still over here on the left, and it's slowly sliding over, trying to get to the right side of my head, or vice versa on the other side. Well, I had that same effect this week, and the nausea, and just couldn't sit up for longer than 5 minutes. Just really awful feeling. So I stayed in bed hoping to feel better and to be prepared for this class, because I knew I was subbing tonight. Although I didn't have to do Zumba, that was a blessing. I got to do, well, I'm subbing. I can do whatever I want to do. But I try not to do Zumba when I'm subbing. I try to do other forms of fitness. And that's why I get to play fitness instructor. So I do more fitness oriented exercises. So tonight I had them do circuits where I put out a stack of step risers, some weights, a stability ball, a medicine ball, and a stick, which is kind of like a barbell, and what else? I think, and a stability ball, and just had them move from station to station. And so they got a really good workout, but I didn't do it with them. I just stood there and kind of coached and encouraged, and gave corrections to make sure they were in proper format so that they wouldn't hurt themselves, but they were getting the most for their workout, for their bodies, especially on the core work. I'm all about core and balance, because those are the things I need. So, and that's that core that's going to help you stay upright as you age. So remember that as you're exercising. Find exercises that, one, work on your core, because that's what's going to help you not lean over with a hump as you age, and balance, which is also going to help you as you age. So we did those things, and they said they had a really good workout. I had a new young lady in there, and she really worked that core, and she was burning, and she was like, oh my gosh, I needed that. So that was pretty cool. And I thought, okay, I'm not feeling super great, but I don't feel as bad as I had earlier in the week. But I still did something that I knew that I could still give my ladies the class that they deserved and that they paid for, while not taxing myself too much, because I don't want to pass out in class. That's just not cool, right? All right, so we're going to go to the A with the circle. That's 318. So I came home, and I have a couple of boxes that I need to do unboxings on that came in through the week. Most of them are diamond paintings, and one of them is a different kind of product that I'm going to do an unboxing on and then do a 6-month review on. So all my diamond painting subscribers who watch just for that, I'll have it in the heading that it's not a diamond painting, so you'll know that's probably not one that you are interested in watching. But if you are interested in seeing a review about something, you'll check it out. So I hear my son in there. But I knew I wanted to do a whip and chat before I did those reviews, because I figure I can do the reviews at any point. But the whipping chats, I wanted to kind of keep a good time frame on. Oh, and I want to thank y'all so much for those whipping chats. The whole week that I'm looking at the camera like you can see me, the whole week that I was, or those, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 4 days that I was in bed, I watched whipping chats all the time. I would sleep and then I'd wake up, watch whipping chats. I'd fall asleep on one, wake up, watch more whipping chats. So those kept me going in the bed, and it gave me a chance to learn about some of my subscribers as well as some of the people who I have subscribed to, so that I get to learn a little about you. So I hope through this whipping chat that you get to learn a little about moi. So thank you everyone who did whipping chats. I just enjoyed them. I enjoyed learning your personalities, learning about your pets and your husbands and your mom's situations, and it was just really cool. There are a few of you that stayed out of my mind because you were some of the first that I subscribed to, but to keep from overlooking anyone, I'm not going to call any names out except one, and that's Eli, because I think Eli is just adorable. He's so cute. My cat wouldn't dare sit at the chair and watch me unwrap boxes. So I thought that was really cute. And a lot of others of you really kept me going that week that I was out. So really thank you again for that. So I'm not feeling great, but like I said, I hope that's not distracting y'all. I'm just kind of used to it because I always put my hand right there. I wanted to get this done and get it out of the way, my first one, because I knew no matter when I did it, I was going to be nervous and kind of probably screw it up, and you know, whatever. That's me. I always mess it up the first time, but I'm a hands-on. Once I do it and I get it, I got it. So I wanted to just come on and let you learn a little about me. You know my handle name. You can assume, I guess, safely from Stephsgotit that my real name is Stephanie. I don't know if I should just like kind of introduce myself and give you all my life, or I mean, you don't want to know all of it. Or just tell you what's happened in the week. I know you mostly guys, most of you did what just happened through your week. But I was in bed sick and I just told you about this. So I don't have anything else to talk about for the week. Except your whipping chats that helped me, and I just spoke about that. So I'm gonna try to do a theme, because if I don't, I'll be like I am tonight, all over the place, and you'll be like, chick, pick a subject and stick to it. Dang. So I told you it was my birthday last month, so I turned 49. And I feel like it. But because of the industry that I'm going to be going in, I need to not feel like it. So I'm pushing myself more, making myself do more fitness related things. I actually just sent in a resume and all of my certifications to a local college. My friend and I are a belly dance troupe also, and she's began teaching belly dance workouts at this college. And she always tells them, I bring my own sub when she goes somewhere. So I have to get in on their list to be a sub. And the lady just contacted me and said, hey, can you come in for a brief audition? And I want to talk to you about some of your certs, but I'll primarily use you as a sub for Zumba and belly dance workout, of course. But I want to talk to you about some of your other certs and find out about them. So I'm like, oh, okay, I could do that, but would you please just give me a couple of days to heal? I really would appreciate that. So hopefully she'll respond in the positive about that, because there's no way I can do an audition right now. I just physically can't. I mean, I was exhausted just doing the coaching tonight, and I did do demonstrations of each move that they were going to do, so you know, but cross your fingers that goes well, and I'll be able to get on their roster and see where that goes. It's the first time I've actually did a fitness resume. I've done resumes for, you know, your 9 to 5, but not for my fitness Zumba instructor or fitness instructor. So I got my geek husband. Well, this time when the camera went off, it clicked so that I could hear it. I want you to know, Canon camera EO5 Rebel T6, I appreciated that. So I wasn't just sitting here talking and have to delete the whole video and start all over again. But most fitness jobs I've gone in as subs, and I've just simply done the paperwork and been the sub. I've never actually auditioned. So I'm a little uneasy about that because I get really nervous. And when I get really nervous, I forget. Like every time I've performed on stage as a belly dancer, I have forgotten part of the choreography. Now, the good thing is I have enough in my bank to just dance because I love music and I love how music makes me feel. So I just dance. But I can't do that for a fitness class because I have to show that I know what I'm doing. I know how to be safe for my class. I know how to be work certain muscle groups and all these things. So I'm a bit nervous, but she said brief, so I don't think she'll make me do I don't think it'll be super intense, but my nerves hopefully won't get the best of me. So, oh, you're locked down back there? No, you're not. There we go. Hopefully they won't get the best of me, and I'll be able to do a good job with that next week. I ain't trying to do that today. Oh, sweet, that's upside down. There you go. Let's see, what else? I am a Zumba instructor. I have all of the Zumba licenses with the exception of Bambini because ain't no babies here trying to do Zumba that I know of. And I'm not paying the extra money to get that certification because it's a lot more than the other certifications when you're already a Zumba instructor. So I am going to go to what? 317. So I am an AFA certified group fitness instructor. I am a belly dancer. I'm a square dancer. I just love dance. I love to move the body. If it doesn't move, it gets stiff and things don't work properly. So I just love to dance. And I love music. I absolutely love music. It calms my soul. Oh, I got to pay close attention to that because 3860 is also, I'm not on that. Why are you looking at that crazy? You're on 317, right? Open this up so I'll remember. 317. Okay. 1 minute here, y'all. Let me just make sure that's the right color. Because if there's a way to screw it up, trust me, I will find it. Unknowingly. Easily. So I think that the body should always be in motion because when it's, why am I trying to go to that? You know what? I'm going to go to that. No, I'm not. You're going to stick to the one that you're on. Yeah. I found that when I'm not working stuff, it gets stiff. It starts to hurt. And it just creates all kind of problems. The body wasn't meant to sit still on couches and chairs all day. That's why we had to work back in the day to get food. I mean, work in farms and fields. We still work today, but not like that. I love music. Believe it or not, country music is my favorite. That surprises many a people. And I've had coworkers tell me You are the biggest redneck that I know. You are more redneck than white friends that we have. But I like what I like. I don't care who else likes it. I don't care that you don't like that I don't favor a genre that generally others in my surrounding may favor. I'm me. You either like it or you don't. Either way, I'm me. You know, I can't focus on being anything else. It's too complicated. I can't focus on lying to be somebody because I have to keep up with lies and it's just not worth it for me. I'm forgetful, and then I I just don't have time and interest in trying to be what someone wants me to be if it's against who I want to be. What I want to be is a faithful daughter of my Heavenly Father, a good mom, grandma. I know I fail on those often, but I am who I am. You have my love in my heart, but you may not always have my agreement. And heaven knows I will tell you when you don't. And I'm open to you telling me the same when I don't. It's cool. It's all good. We're in this world to learn and grow from each other and to have good experiences with each other and be our brother's keeper. And I'm all about that. I have issues, don't we all? I like chocolate. That's a misquote. I love chocolate. I am a chocoholic. I ain't trying to go to rehab. I ain't looking at rehab. I ain't interested in rehab. What I'm interested in is chocolate. Actually, I love dark chocolate as well. I know that's an acquired taste, but I love it. I'll go as high as 70%. I don't do 80 and 90. Okay, as I was saying before, I was so rudely interrupted by the rebel over here. I can do up to 70%. 80 and 90% is a bit higher than my taste buds. But I do enjoy myself some dark chocolate. So for Valentine's Day, Mother's Day, all those things, Christmas, my husband always gives me a bag of Dove dark chocolate. Sometimes with almonds and sometimes just the dark chocolate. When I left work to go home to homeschool, my coworkers gave me a frame that says break in case of emergency. There was a pretty kind of wooden frame with little gold dots on it, and inside it was a Hershey's dark chocolate candy bar. Because I've worked since I had my daughter. I was 21. So I've always worked. This is the first time I've not had a 9 to 5 or 7 to 5, 8 to 5 or some type of job, working in every day, going to a 9 to 5 type of job every day. So we were all thinking I might get a little stir crazy, but okay, for 14, I'm gonna leave the cap open. But the school situation with my son wasn't working, and my husband, who I had married a couple years before, had long been telling me I needed to homeschool. Just homeschool. You can do that. We can do that. And but I've never not worked in my adult life. I've always had a job, except for the one time in between while I got fired when I went to young women's camp because I wouldn't stay. Yeah, I wouldn't stay because, heck, I have never taken a vacation. And I committed to going to young women's camp with my church, and I was going to do that. And eventually you kind of just put it in God's hands and say, hey, I wash my hands of this and I will leave it up to you. Which one of us needs to go? I'll let you decide which one of us goes. And he decided I needed to go. And I was cool with that. So, I have worked all my adult life and supported myself and my children. I have gone through hardship before, during those experiences, and got all kind of help, and had deaths and burials, and my mother was murdered by my father. That's kind of a Debbie Downer. Let's not do that. One of the customs I intend to get is of my mother. Yeah, so we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that then. And why I chose this specific picture that I've chosen to get of her and my daughter, who witnessed everything when she was 3. Anyway, so happy thoughts, happy place. Find your happy place. I want you to leave this video happy and having accomplished something. So I hope you're working on your diamond painting. I am an open book. I have learned to share my stories from the domestic abuse situation, murder of my mother, which I don't really know if I should call it domestic abuse, because I don't know that it was going on all the time. I just know my stepfather got angry and did that, and all the way to sexual abuse, rapes. So you ever want to talk about any of that stuff? Maybe in another conversation. You can go on with life. It's hard, but you can. Again, this channel is meant to help someone, and maybe someone's going through that and having a tough time. So know that you are not alone in those types of events in your life, and that there are a lot of people you can reach out to help you. I ain't no therapist, but I have a darn good ear. And I'm a darn good listener. And I have experienced some things in my 49 years of life that I don't mind talking about. Sometimes. You catch me in the right time. So, let's see. Ooh, they put those two symbols right next to each other, and they're the exact same symbol. Well, different side. One is gray background, and one had color background, and one is pointing that way, and one is pointing that way. But they're still the same freaking symbols. Okay. Careful, love. Careful. Let's see. What can we talk about that's more cheerful? That's why I gotta have some notes when I do this. You know, I'm gonna pick a theme. That's what I'm gonna do. I think it was Rachel Ray, I think, that had the video with the theme of the 3 most embarrassing moments. I like that idea. Is coming up here with a theme. That way, I'm not just rambling on. You know what you kind of know what you're gonna get, maybe. And I have some idea of what to talk about, and not trying to guess and make everybody cry and all that kind of crap. So, I mean, because you might not cry. It might not be that sad to you. And that's cool. We all have our different experiences, right? It's how we come together and help each other. Like I said, I sew. And one of our sewing sisters recently went missing. You may have heard of her. She is fashion behind the scenes. And out of respect for her family, I don't really want to go into anything. But I do want to just say that we have to look out for each other. We never know what people are experiencing behind the camera. in their private lives that they don't put on YouTube and Instagram and whatever. And we just want to be mindful that people are hurting sometimes. And we need to be there for each other. So, like I said, I always have an ear. It's always open. I'm always willing to be a listener. I'll help you cry. I'll help you plan and plot. I'll get the bag, you get the shovel, and we'll take care of business. I'm that kind of friend. Seriously though, I am that kind of friend. I try my best to be there because, you know, we can't make it through this world alone. We have to have people that we can rely on to be there for us, right? Yeah. Oh, you know what? I didn't start the freaking timer. I put it on an hour, but I didn't start it. I know it's been over 37 minutes because I had to check the stupid film to download it from the card. So let's make that 0. Let's make this about 30 because it was 37 when I came back in here. So no, 29. Stop. Reset. Let's make this 25 minutes. I think I've been talking 5 minutes maybe. We'll make it 25. Yeah. There we go. Don't want to be here longer than I'm supposed to be. So someone said, welcome to the DP community in one of my unboxing. Thank you very much, first of all. It's a great community to be in. You ladies have been awesome and amazing and really welcoming, and I appreciate that a lot. And she said, I hope you don't, I don't know if you have any other hobbies. Yes, I do have some other expensive hobbies. One would be for playing photography. And like I said earlier, no wonder I can't see. I sew, I crochet, I don't know if this is better with or without. Oh, without. I crochet. What else? I have several sewing machines and sergers, and as you kind of saw in the background of my other videos, I have plenty of fabric back here. I quilt. I make handbags, wallets, purses, tote bags, pot holders, casserole carriers, you know, all that stuff. I like to make jewelry, even though I haven't made it to sell it. I just make it to match my outfits. And I now have fallen in love with diamond painting. And the truth be told, I just love doing stuff with my hands. I love creating something and having those creative juices flowing. Now with diamond painting, it's kind of already there. All you have to do is fill it in. But I love that because it gives my hands something to do while letting my mind relax and kind of, it's almost meditative. I really like that about it. Oop, I'll just press something really hard. I really like that about it. Put my glasses on so I can see where you are on the screen. Yes, okay, there you go. So I like crafts, sewing, making stuff. I do craft fairs. Well, that's not exactly true. It's true, but it's not true. I haven't had my inventory straight for the craft fair, so I've only done one. But what I am also, I don't like that. What is that? I'm a consultant for the Elam Nativity Project, and it's about this organization overseas in Poland. And what the heck is that? And they taught these women how to sew, and they make these little nativity sets, and it's how these women help to make money because their husbands aren't taking care of business. They kind of got into a little, depression, stupor of after war. That's gonna drive me crazy. I gotta get it off. And so these women learned, the church taught them, this church, Elam Church, taught them how to sew. Did you hear the click that time? I wonder if you all can hear that click. I'm appreciative for it because I would just be rambling on if I couldn't hear it. But so I took those to the craft show last time and got the word out about them, and I actually sold one. I need to get that turned in officially. And it gave me a chance to check the craft fair out and see how it functions and how things work. And so I feel good about that for this year. And if school allows me to, my classes work pretty good for me, and my diamond painting lets me step away, I will be looking forward to actually doing some sewing to get ready for, well, let's go ahead and do that. 3860. Looking forward to getting ready for that event this year. All right. And what else? My sewing room / craft, because I have so many interests, is small. At first I was in the room right across from our room. It's kind of, to me, it was like the nursery. Right now it's a library. My husband uses this as a library. So I took this room because it was the library / music room. So we kind of moved rooms around, and my son switched rooms. And so I got this room because it was bigger than that room. And either I have a boatload of stuff or this room is small. I'm going to go with the room is small. So, this is my sanctuary. It's my happy place. If I could get away from schoolwork, I love being in here because I can create. My creative juices can flow, my mind can flow, and it just brings me so much joy. And dancing and being in my sewing room bring me extreme joy. Now don't get me wrong, I love you don't belong in here, you little Han Solo. Go back home. So I love my husband, I love my children, I love my family, they bring me joy. My husband and I have been married for 8 years now. He was a widower. And so between us, we have too bright. We have 5 children and 7 grandchildren, ranging from, well, we have those children. My husband is older than I am by 18 years. So I've already told you how old I am, so you do the math. That's what he always says when you ask him how old he is. He says, I was born in this year, you do the math. And if you saw our video, we are a mixed race marriage. Deal with it. Because we're happy. We don't care how people feel about it. I had to teach my husband some of the looks we get sometimes just so he would be safe. We're in Alabama, so yeah, not everybody's happy about that. But again, don't care. A man is a man, a woman is a woman. Everything else is topical dressing. We have a good marriage, good friends. We laugh, we have fun, and we're happy. That's all that matters to us. If you ain't happy, just looking at us. And I've seen some people be not happy looking at us. You know what, boo? You got a problem. And I wish you the best of luck with solving that problem. Because I don't think it's going anywhere. Not just us, but in general. So, anyway, I told you I'm an open book. I'll talk about anything. How much more longer do we have? I want to stay within the time. And it's 1 o'clock in the morning. We have 15 more minutes. All right. Okay. So I should be able to finish this section before we get off. And then next one, well, I don't know how often to do these things. I guess once a week, maybe? Once every 2 weeks. Y'all let me know how often y'all do these. Because I'm not going to wait to work on this till I start a whipping chat. Because I want to get through these bad boys and do a comparison. So, there you go. It's interesting because in the bigger one, he has pink. Or either I placed these... In the bigger one, he either has some pink or I placed some wrong colors on here. I mean, I'm kind of worried about those two right there because it just seems odd to have a dark pink right there all of a sudden and one right there. But I did do these while sitting on the couch because my back was hurting. This is before I got this stand. And so, yeah, I might pop those off and make sure that that is what is supposed to be there. But, I mean, look at all that pink. Y'all think I did the wrong colors? What do you think? Someone who's completed this one, are those the wrong colors? Should I pop those off? Let me try. Gosh. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. And I love that there's a pink shading on here though. To me, it seems like this one is lighter and it has a little confetti going on, where this one is just dark and there's very little, there's no confetti actually. So this is going to be easy because it's all the same color. And then I get my tiger stripes in there. So I'm hoping that will go really, really quickly. And this one, let's see. It is, see, it's not. This is where, when Shelly first gave it to me, when we were sitting at Fruita Bowl, having a whipping chat in Fruita Bowl for 4 hours, I think it was. I started doing that part. But for me, I always need to start at the top right-hand corner and proceed that way to the left and then here. And I like it divided into quarters. So each, like these strips came in 3 strips and I worked them in quarters. No, that's a lie. I work them in thirds is what I like to do. So I divide this paper up into thirds and I fold it back. What I'm going to do, same thing for this one, the clear plastic. I've kind of just been pulling it down as I go on each strip. But I think I'm going to order some wax paper sheets that I saw in another video and use those because they come in 4 inches and 5 inches and you can still see through. Like, I like this. I don't care for these opaque covers because I'm visual and I like to see what I'm doing, and I like to be able to walk by my project and see it. Like if I can see this, it gives me encouragement to go ahead and you're like, oh, that looks so good. I should go down here and get this part done too. Whereas to this, I just think, oh, that looks so good. And then it's blocked. So I'm going to transfer all those to wax papers because I like to be able to see the project. I don't know if that's a sewing thing or whatever, but I like to be able to see it. What else do I like to do? I like to to make things with duct tape. And I think you already learned that I have a passion for, let's do the E symbol. What is the E? The E is 3023. Yes, I have a passion. What the heck was I talking about? Guys, I don't remember. I'm sorry. I'm starting to get all over the place again. My bad. I'll get better, promise. Just hang in there with me. Coach me through it. I'm a Toastmaster. I've said that before too. So, you know, I'm all about, if you want to offer a little constructive criticism, feel free to do so. Just be kind and respectful. You can provide criticism, obstructive criticism, without being rude or mean. Because I bite back. Despite my best ability, my best attempt not to. I will bite back if you back me into a corner. But if you tell me what you want, my mom used to always say, you can tell anybody anything. It's all in how you deliver it. She used to tell her bosses off all the time, and they loved her because of how she did it. So you can tell someone anything you want them to know, as long as you are respectful and it's constructive, good criticism, you know. But she would bite back, and I tell you, I will bite back. If you're coming from a good place, I can take that. But if you're coming from a place of meanness and viciousness, maliciousness, just plain downright evilness, baby, I bite. And yeah, so you don't want to come at me like that. Not on this channel, not in real life, not anywhere. You don't want to come at me like that, and you don't want to come for my children, because those things I'm a mama bear about. I will bite. Now, if you're not happy with my channel, I get that. That's cool. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. Just like you're not everybody's cup of tea. We don't all have. Now, the thing about saying what you want to say on the internet is that people can't hear your voice. They can't see your face. They can't see your eyes. They can't read you. So sometimes people say things and they really aren't trying to be malicious or nasty. But the other person sees it that way because they can't hear the kindness in the person's voice. And maybe they had a bad day. Maybe life's just not going well that day and they're a little upset about something else and you just kind of rubbed them the wrong way. That happens. One of you has to take the step to say, you know what, and be the bigger person and say, you know what, I'm going to let that go before I put my hands around your neck. There are some wrong colors in this container. Slightly different shade there. So, just be mindful when you type that stuff on the internet that sometimes, that when people can't see your face and read you, that sometimes even coming from the best intentions can be taken the wrong way. And it's, again, not always about you. Sometimes people are just having a hard day, a hard life, man, and they just need some kindness. And you just kind of stepped in there and said something and it just didn't sit the right way. Try not to let things get out of hand. You know? Try to go back and say, hey, it sounds like you may have thought that I meant this, but that's not what I meant. That's not what I was trying to do. And, you know, try to be the bigger person and try to make amends for it. And understand that sometimes people just have bad crap going on in their lives and they just need a little compassion. Whether it's your cashier, and I'm speaking from experience because I've done this. I've reacted negatively to someone, and then later I thought, you know what? That chick could be having a bad day, and I just made it worse. Or maybe she was just taking out on me, but she couldn't take out on her baby's father, on her parents, on someone who's mistreated her. Maybe she's stressed. Maybe the world is weighted on her shoulders and she can't breathe. And I just caught her at the wrong time. Because I know there have been times when people have caught me at the wrong time. But they'll come back and say something, and I'm like, well, you just said that that came off the wrong way, blah, 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 blah. And we try and talk through it. That's what we should do. We should try and talk through, because everybody's life isn't always perfect. And sometimes people crack, man. And sometimes people have emotional stress going on, from depression to anxieties to loneliness to just feeling the weight of the world on their shoulders. And we just need to show a little more compassion. We need to not be so judgmental. So judgmental. There's only one L right there. So hopefully I can pick up a bead without having to empty them out. And I put these little pieces of dryer sheet in my beads to kind of help with the static. So those will be what you see me pulling out sometimes or moving around. I love that shade of red. It's not my favorite shade. Oh, you'll also learn that my favorite color is red. Like my favorite fingernail polish is by OPI. And I'm Not Really a Waitress red. Like this red is really too dark for me, but I thought it would blend in with what I needed to do that weekend. So my favorite lipstick is by Avon, and it's Cherry Jubilee. But I do tend to like brighter shades of red. But anyway, yeah, so let's just show people a little compassion. And man, you never know what is going on in someone's life behind that lens. So we need to be each other's safety harness, I guess. Look out for each other. You don't hear from somebody and they come across your mind, call them. Text them, email them, something, check on them. They might be struggling that day and just need a life, what do you call those things? A life circle thing you throw out there in the water. What is it called? It's not a life vest. It's not a buoy. I don't know. A lifeline. Let's just say that. They just might need a lifeline. Things, life, family, stuff just might be hitting the fan and they are experiencing the worst day. And a text from you, you know, with a little silly raccoon or something saying, hey, thinking about you, could just save the day. If you know your friends are depressed, please, 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 please reach out to them when you don't hear from them. Even if you do hear from them, anytime they cross your mind, please stop what you're doing and reach out to them. It's just really sad. So, yeah. Anyway, there I go. Debbie Downer again. I'm sorry, but you wanted me to talk about my week, and these are things that I've been concerned about through the week after having possibly lost someone due to that topic, and having experienced and continue to experience that topic myself. So now you know that about me. And I care. I genuinely care about people who I become friends with, Facebook friends with, or so, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes 1 hour. But can you just stick with me for 5 more minutes? I refuse to move this table without getting these last. I have, that's one symbol and that's one symbol. So 3 more symbols. So stick with me. They're about 10-15 blocks on here. And let's see. So we have an X, which is 3864. 3864. We're not going to even dump them in the tray. We're just going to take them out of the container. Yeah, so kind of think about that as you're going throughout your day. When one of your friends pop into your mind, pick up that phone, call, text, do whatever you need to do to say, hey chica, or hey dude, you're on my mind, just wanted you to know. 3887 is the percent sign. That's hard to see too. Good grief. So I'm going to end this whipping chat as soon as I put these down. And I promise you it will not be another 30 minutes. See, I'm almost done. I want to thank you to all my new subscribers. Now that I'm back in action trying to provide some worthy content on this channel, after having ignored it for quite some time. And I thank you for subscribing. And I know a lot of you met me through Laura Law's chat live. So I thank you again for popping on over here and friending me and or subscribing to my channel and checking out my videos. I appreciate all the encouragement and the welcomes. Welcome. And last one, P, 3861. 3861. P, 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 P. Yep. Okay. So with that, I'm going to bid you a good night. Or if you're watching this in the morning, a good morning or good afternoon. I hope that you have the best weekend and that you get a lot of diamond painting done. And I look forward to seeing all of your projects. I've been trying to go back and watch some of your videos to learn about you and who you are, and I will continue to do that as I try to explain to you who I am. I want to do that so bad. I am going to do that, but I'll do it after I let you guys go because I promised not to hold you, and I'm going to stick to that. So next time on Double Duty, we will go to, no, I'm going to be working on this. So whatever I have, wherever I am, when I do the next whipping chat, which I'm kind of thinking will be next week, I'll kind of ask around and see how often you guys really do these. And then maybe I can show you my new diamond art painting log that I created. I again used one from a logbook and one from the internet from, I think, the same person who did the duct tape. Man, I gotta learn. Y'all, I'm bad with names, but I do remember faces. So I remember her face, just can't remember her name. So I bid you a good night. I thank you for stopping by. I thank you for subscribing. If this is your first time checking out my channel, if you found this helpful, useful, whether it was funny or whether it was taught you something new or taught you something not to do or just taught you what not to be, I encourage you to subscribe and like this video only if you think that there's something useful in it for you. If you don't like it. Don't subscribe. Check it out when you feel like it might be something new on there for you. yeah, so I will see you on the next go round.